on in. Happy birthday. It's your month. It's your month. Happy birthday. Come on in. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, a little saging for you. Yeah. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Noders, of course. Please come in. Sit down, clear your minds, relax. All you have to do is listen, take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else watching, right? All right, don't forget to flip flop your energies each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it, right? All right, so I've already called in everybody's spirit guides and angels and all of that. So really, we're just waiting for spirit to talk to us right now. So yeah, you are the first one out today. It's because it's your birthday. Yeah. So we're going to find out what's in the cards for you for September, beginning of September, maybe throughout September. First one that came out is Wind and Change. Number 24 for those who care. Wind. I like windy days. You know, maybe it is literally windy. But it is about change, and we're in the year of change, year of transformation, right? So that's what it's all about. All right. Then we have Groundedness and Gravity. 39 for those who care. I like that card. Uh-huh. That's pretty wild, isn't it? It gives me an ocean vibe, but there's nothing ocean about. Well, not really. It's just all wildlife, you know? But it kind of gave me the ocean vibe. Maybe deep, the cosmos, right? Deep is I don't know. We're going to find out. I don't know. That came through, though. Maybe somebody's at the ocean. 3 more cards here, and we can move on. Hello, everybody popping in and out. It's good to see us. Clarity and Mountain, number 16. Yeah, that's going to be crowning you for the next couple weeks. Anyway, everybody's on different timelines, so you'll know when the cards play themselves out. Not every single word out of my mouth is going to pertain to you. It's impossible. So just know that, okay? I get a lot of comments out there that, you know, some of these comments are pretty wild. You know? So just know it. 2 more and we can move on. Okay. Fecundity and Rain. Fecundity, I believe, this is your Hope, Fear, Challenge and homework column for the next few weeks. But I believe it's something like making the best out of a bad situation, right? Hello, everybody. Hello. So if you know what this means, please let me know in the comments, right? I'm doing everybody's cards right now, hon. You got to listen. See if there's something in here for you, right? I'm not pulling politics into my readings. I just won't do it. I'm not into politics. I don't like what I see. I don't like any of them, to be quite honest. I don't trust any of them. You know, I just don't. Light and the Sun, very nice, Virgo. I like it. The Sun card is like Trump in tarot, yeah? Life, you know, you can't survive without the Sun. All right, so anywho, we're going to move on here a little bit. We're going to get a little bit more of the vibe, right? Yeah, I know, right? All right, so show me what I need to see. Cross watchers are always welcome on my channels. My readings are timeless, so no matter when you see it, if it makes sense, then it makes sense. So be it, right? Show me. I hope everybody's having a good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever time it is where you're at. Fake flexing, change in the wind. Somebody's a fake flexer. They got an ego thing going on. Somebody? Okay, something's about change. Show me. I need 4 more of these and then I'll get down into my tarot. I have a lot of decks around me today. I'm not really sure which ones I'm going to pull, except that I know I'm going to use my Herb Crafters Tarot deck and my Viking deck. So other than that, we'll see. I'll just name them as I go, I guess. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, clarity. Somebody's searching for clarity. You may be coming into clarity, but you know, with this transformative type of year, right? You know, and then we have, it's almost like a death card vibe, but it's peaceful, right? Because she's sleeping, she's, you know, resting, you know. But I feel like there were mountains and there are mountains to climb. Oops, that was funny how that fell out. I guess I'm going to take them. Boundaries. Yeah. Stay grounded, make your boundaries, right? Maybe this is about some, you can flip flop. Maybe somebody's making boundaries with you or what. But if you're the one making boundaries, there's a reason for it. Yeah. So I'm feeling like staying centered with the change, you know, there's clarity in that. I feel like that's a lesson, you know, trapped. Yeah, this is crowning you for the next few weeks, but then I have clarity and mountain right over this. Somebody's searching for clarity, they feel trapped. Maybe that's what I'm picking up. I feel like you'll be coming into clarity, you know, the sun's here, right? Exposure, illumination to clarity, possibly, or I'm feeling like aha moments for some of you as well. When I get a bunch, I get the one on the bottom. Garden, fecundity and rain, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, working on your garden. Some of you may be horticulturalists. Yeah, I am by trade. So I was a landscape designer for years. But anyway, maybe it's working on your garden of life, right? Hope, fear, challenge, and homework, making the best out of a bad situation, out of the difficulties and the mountains that we've climbed. All right, one more and we can move on. Sometimes when I get downloads, I don't realize if I'm speaking quick or not, because once I start channeling, I channel quick, and I've tried to slow it down through the years, and you know, but I say a lot because that's what, you know, it's like coming right through me. Something about homelessness or poverty. And then the sun is right over this. All right. The sun is good. The sun is good, but it might be the exposure of it or something. A lot of people are facing tough times right now. Things are very expensive, you know, like everything, you know. Yeah, so there's more people that are dealing with stuff, or it's more likely now than, yeah, I get it. That's the point. Adalita of Earth reversed. Corandera of Earth reversed. The sun again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Except we have one up and one down. The devil reversed. All right, so as I'm still pulling, Adalita of Earth down with fake flexing. Yeah, somebody was trying to be something they're not, maybe, or, you know, trying to, I feel like maybe wearing a mask, you know, not being their real selves, you know. And if you look at the Adalita, it's like whatever she was crafting, it's reversed, right? It isn't good. And fake flexing and change is right over this. Maybe you're changing as you're learning or seeing or what. So I have Corandera of Earth reversed too with boundaries. Yeah. I see. Well, okay. Sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is like Palo Santo. It's used to like sage, except it's stronger and it's for more dark energies, right? Yeah, cedar. That's a good one to burn against dark energies. Somebody's in a very dark place, right? You need to make boundaries, right? You're feeling maybe weak or what, or it's hard, but somebody needs to stay grounded. Once you make boundary, it gets easier, right? It does get easier. But I feel like some of these boundaries were also broken, or something. And then we had the sun down. It's still the sun in my cards, right? It's still a good card, but this one is still in shape. They're feeling trapped. They're looking for clarity, right? There's mountains to climb here. You need to stay centered, right? Breaking chains with this devil energy is the challenge, the homework, the hope, and the fear, right? And guarding right over it. Yeah. Breaking the chains, breaking the obsessions, whatever that is, the behaviors, the abuse, Madre of Air, yeah, with her sickle, homeless and poverty, yeah, you might have to be speaking your mind in the next few weeks about this. Yeah, you've come into a lot of clarity with the sun right over it. That sickle is sharp, right? Yeah. Somebody, should they be pushed? That's my bitch card. So should they be pushed? Yeah, off with their heads. That's what I feel. Like you're going to have to be kind of hard about it, or somebody is. You can reverse it anytime you want. Adelita of fire, Cayenne. Yeah, and with the Adelita of earth reversed, when they were look, I'll show you to upright. See how she was crafting? They were crafting crap, right? They were crafting crap. And here, cayenne pepper. Yeah, somebody's got a little piss and vinegar under their belt, right? Adelitas, I believe, are healers. And she's like mixing in that bowl, trying to heal. Maybe you're trying, you've been helping them or something. But there's change here. Somebody's fake flexing. They're acting, I don't know. I feel like, when you see somebody and nobody's home. You know what I mean? They're just not there. I'm kind of getting that, for some of you anyway. I'm going to take all of them. All right. So 2 of water down, 3 of water, dead center in the reading. Wheel of fortune down. Ace of fire down. Haya of fire down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, this union, this person, you either don't want a reunion or a union. Hi, everybody, popping in and out. It's good to see everybody. But there's boundaries there, right? Boundaries and restrictions, yeah, that we're working on, right? You got to kind of you might have to be, kind of a bitch or something like that, 3 of water, dead center in the reading, could have to do with 3 people or something, but celebratory energies, I like it. Look at the table is set nice. It's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, whatever. It just keeps going round and round and round and round and round, right? But there is a celebratory energy there for you. Somebody, they feel trapped in the dark or something. Maybe you're searching for clarity out of this whole thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune down, with the Devil down right over this. Yeah. Tables have turned for a lot of people. Some people are dealing with backfires, bad karma, bad luck, hard luck, hard lessons to learn. See, they haven't learned their lesson. That's why it keeps going round and round and round. Okay. Breaking the chains with the Devil down, right? Something was divinely timed here. It is. Something is. They just, I don't know if they see it or what, but there's no drive or passion here anymore. Homelessness and poverty is right over this, and the sun is shining brightly. Yeah, it's just, I can't even make this up. Haya fire. Hayas are pages in this deck, right? Yeah, somebody, yeah, they This is a very, I got fake flexing here, wind and change, right? And then I have somebody that's trying to craft and heal out of this darkness or this yuckness, whatever that is that they crafted. See, people craft their own lives, you know? If they're in misery, they're crafting it. If they're happy, they're crafting it. I don't care how you look at it. That's when it all trickles down. You make, right? Because you're the creator, they're the creator. Mm-hmm. Right? But here I feel like, yeah, there was bad intent. There, I feel, a lot of misguided, um, I don't know what that means, misguidance, you know? Somebody maybe, hmm, somebody didn't listen to their intuition. They were crafting black magic somehow, some way, you know? Crystal ball down. Hmm. Yeah, and then look, we got Linden here. So we have boundaries, and then we got Linden. Look at how pliable that wood is, right? Making those boundaries. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's just validation. Thank you, Spirit, for those two cards to come out like that in the same column, especially. Staying grounded through this mess, however, is a big deal. I feel like you're really trying to heal and figure things out. Um, yeah, very reckless energies, very imbalanced, impatient, maybe. Yeah, Two of Pentacles down. On the other hand, I feel like it's not juggling anymore. So however that makes sense to you, but trapped is right over it. There's a celebratory energy, not dealing with it anymore, not dealing with the shade. I feel like it's hard for you to get through this, especially with the double down, which is like breaking addictions, breaking things that are really difficult, things that we were tied to or whatever a lot of times. Two more cards and we can move on, please. It's all about the winds of change, coming into fall season pretty soon. My favorite time of year is August, September, October, right? Commander of water. Yeah, very unhealed. Yeah, very, very, very. I feel like I'm really, and with the sweetgrass here, burning a little Sao Paulo and cedar and shit. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I feel like you got the devil energies around you, even though you're breaking chains. It's like around you. Some of you might even be stuck to you and you don't even realize it. I hate to tell you, but it's all about watering your garden, right? Trying to make the best out of a difficult situation, right? Mm-hmm. Fecundity. I'm pretty sure that's what that word means. Making the best out of a really bad situation. If you know of a different, I said it before, if somebody knows of a different meaning, please correct me so that we all know. That's all. you know, for fire, I like it. This is about home, marriage, family, right? The sun is shining, homelessness and poverty right there. Yeah, with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands down, I feel like you're going to be really sticking up for something, probably yourself, maybe, or whatever. Madre of Earth, codependent issues. People are codependent, possibly. They could be neglected or feel neglected. This is a very low vibe, South Node energy. This is like sorry, they're working outside as I said that. So yeah, could be abandonment issues there as well. I'm feeling. I'm going to switch decks and we're going to get deeper and get more clarity and validation. Hi, everybody. Popping in and out. I haven't looked at my screen. Show me. This is my Viking deck. I don't really know the name of it. If you want to look it up, whoops. This is what the back looks like. Okay. King of Cups down, yeah. This person. All right, so I have the King of Cups down with Adelita of Earth down. Yeah, this person's a happiness hater, probably, more than likely. Very imbalanced, like emotionally, very immature, very hateful, crafting black magic, man, and fake flexing about it. Mm. There's something about that fake flexing, you know? The winds of change is here. The winds are blowing, man, all over the fucking earth. Believe it or not, it's 2025. People need to wake up. I can't believe people aren't woken up yet, but there's so many still. High Priestess down with boundaries and gravity. I feel like somebody could be against certain spiritualities, not getting a whole lot, except that they're against this High Priestess that needs to make boundaries. Yeah. Yeah. It's some people, it's hard, right? Virgos are very, they're too nice sometimes. Too nice. Sometimes Virgos are too nice. You guys got to grow a set. I say that every so often. And I'm sorry, but it's true. You can't worry about, there's this saying called compassionate detachment. And, I forget the fucking, how you say it. Damn it. Neutrality, like being in neutrality, right? Being neutral. And then, but having that boundary, like you care, but you're protecting your self-care at the same time, right? If that makes any sense. I hope I said that right. But, right? And I feel like that's kind of what needs to happen here. The Magician down. Yeah, it's black magic. The Sun down. Clarity. Clear as day. I feel like you see it now. A lot of you do. Yeah, the Magician down is crafting crap. Yeah, the holy tricksters of them all. Yeah, it's clear. Sorry to say. Coming into these things, the realizations. That's what I was saying earlier. The illumination of situations. The wow, kind of thing. 8 of Wands. Yeah, things are happening very fast, making things, trying to make the best of things, breaking chains. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework is breaking chains and communicating about it, or something like that, because this is communication, quite literally. I'm a realist when I read, obviously, you know. But I feel like things are happening quick. These chains are being broken in a big way, and people are maybe chatty about it, and you're trying to make the best of it, or something like that. I'm not sure. Strength here. Page of Swords. Yeah. Strength. Yeah. Somebody's strong. Somebody is strong. Somebody. This is about courage as well, with the Queen of Swords, right? Speaking your mind. It's my bitch card, Queen of Swords. But you don't always have to be the bitch or the jerk or the asshole, or, whatever gender, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It might have to come, it might be coming out, because she's here with the truth and standing in it strong with the with the fake flexing and the bullshit lies and whatever that is, right? I feel like these people have done nothing in their life to change, and you've had it in a lot of ways. You need to be strong and courageous through this Sun card. She's talking, or whatever, with the polar bear, right? That takes courage. No. Yeah. So I need a bunch, please. Whoops. So I have 4 cups, the Hierophant reversed, King of Pentacles, Hierophant reversed with the Magician reversed. Wow. And the Devil reversed. Yeah, it's put people in deep thought. This for who's ever reading this is for. This is big for whoever this is for. Right? I just feel the boundaries, the staying. I feel like the realizations is huge for some of you. It's just absolutely huge. The 3 of Cups now, the right dead center in the reading is the celebratory energy, right? Maybe 3 people are involved, but with the Hierophant down, this is like a false prophet. This is like a black warlock, black witch. It could also, on the other hand, be divorce and whatnot, But with the Magician down, with the black magic right there, and the clarity right there, wow. Yeah, some of these things, somebody feels trapped, right? Could be you, could be them, could be all of y'all. You're gonna have to place it. But this King of Pentacles here with the garden right over it and the fecundity and the rain, this could, this person, he's king of his coin, he or she, or whatever this is, right? But with the Wheel of Fortune down, it's not going so good for them, more than likely. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework is communication. Yeah. Somebody needs to communicate something or say something, Okay, so it's 9 of Pentacles down. I'm sorry, I just never saw this card yet. Ace of Fire down with the no drive, doesn't want this beginning. You don't want this beginning, or whatever. Homelessness and poverty is right over it. This is done in an excessive big way. So if we are talking about abuse, it was like abuse, because this is abundance, but this could be like overindulging or something, or it can, on the other hand, be lack and poverty. So, the sun's shining on that one. All right, so I need 5 more cards and we can move on. Yeah, I feel a very sad, hard, heavy situation. That's what I feel. This isn't, this person is very young emotionally. There could be temper tantrums and with the reckless energies, and they could be saying things that they can't, off their rocker. I'm feeling off their rocker. I'm sorry to say, this one here. Yeah, this is the 9 of Swords, but it's reversed. So somebody stood in their truth in the past, stood in the beginning. They created their own fire or something like this out of this black magic or whatever. This fake flexer, happiness hater, whatever. But feeling better through that craft, that bad craft, the bad, like the heavy, the devil down again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Breaking chains and taking names. Yeah. Making boundaries. You see it. You know it. Right? You're in deep thought about it. But some people, we got the Hierophant down and now we have the High Priestess down. That's a divine counterpart. They're both down. These people could pretend to be religious and then turning around and behaving in the devil energy, right? And there's like boundaries there or something. I can't believe how this is coming out. Oh, pretending that it's okay, but making the best out of a hard situation. Yeah. Well, do your healing, take responsibility, accountability, if, when, and where need be in your lives, right? Yeah. So, okay, temperance done with the Two of Earth down. This person is very, very, very unhealed and reckless. Just I'm feeling like no patience whatsoever. If they're in traffic, they're the ones that are beeping the horn and flipping people off and swearing and shotgunning and then braking and whatever. Impatient in line, at the stores or something, somebody feels trapped. Somebody's trapped, in this partnership maybe. Hold on, card down. Page of Pentacles. Taking opportunities, planting seeds for the future, for the garden, right? Because garden is right over this, right? Planting those seeds from being unhealed. I feel like somebody's really working on themselves. Somebody's really starting to heal. Well, it's about damn time. Is that what I'm seeing? People may be very against these people or person or whatever, and they're seeing it with their own eyes and making their own boundaries, though. All right. Not these, but I'll take these. The Empress and the Emperor down. Wow. That's a divine counterpart, too. We got a lot of couples we're talking about. Could we be talking about 3 couples? Yeah. This is abuse of power, abuse of authority, The Empress, nah, she's not even looking towards this. She's looking away, spinning her wheel of fortune, She's making her yarn. She's, yeah, around the home. There's good news there. But there's somebody's not taking charge. Yeah, and 4 of Wands again. Ding 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 ding. Family, marriage, happy, news. Something. It is good. I mean, you got the sun twice, right? So as deep as this was, as hard as this was, you have a lot of good around you, right? You need to see it. You need to see it every day. Do your mantras. What are you thankful for every day? Are you thankful that you have a roof over your head? Are you thankful that you have a vehicle to drive, or whatever that is to you? All right, I'm going to change it up a little this week since we're getting into a little bit of the changing of the seasons vibe. I'm going to use my Celtic Oracle. I do pull this out probably quarterly. I pull it out quarterly. Show me what I need to see for Virgo, please. Okay. It is down, but I'll show it to you upright. It's number 18, Your Heather or the Mistletoe. Now, check it out because I love the trivia in these books. So, check it out. Summer is a time of fullness, but you may feel that you are not in the flow. Perhaps you are blocking messages and help from other dimensions, be it from guides, helpers, totems, ancestors, or divinity. This is a time to open up to love, dreams, and possibilities, but you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation and you're on your own. This is simply not true. Gratitude for what you do have can bring you back to the sense of connection. You are advised to begin a healing journey into your inner self and the unseen realms. Don't put off the need to go to the doctor. Visit your therapist or talk to a trusted friend or relative because you're not alone. It's time to get back to nature and simple pleasures of life. Take some time to sit by a tree or observe the birds, bees, and butterflies. Simply just be and allow the healing that you need to take place. You're invited to drop negative thoughts and feelings and cultivate healthy ones. With your intentions, you can turn things around. It's all about intent. This is my new oracle, my Forest Elf oracle. I kind of like it. I only used it a couple weeks ago for a couple readings, so it's brand new. Show me. The shimmering dew, recognizing the beauty in fleeting moments. I almost want to say you had this last week. I wonder. You might want to go check that out. But yeah, fleeting moments, it's sad that, but letting it, going through the transformation of things, the flow of things, letting it happen, right? It's like the realizations, sometimes are brutal. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. And we can just do the best we can, right? But making boundaries gets easier. The more boundaries, I'm going to take a couple more, please. The more boundaries, or the more you practice, like respect and the easier it gets, right? First one out, Four of Hearts. The fish is the emblem of riches throughout stock. If it's distant, it foretells failure and disaster. I don't feel like it's distant. I feel like it's rich stock. I feel like this is a good omen here, Four of Hearts. But it is also another indicator of, where is it? My Four of Cups energy, which is here somewhere. If I could find it. Here, right in front of me. Same thing. And then I had the Queen of Hearts. The ring, when to the right of the person, is an unerring indication of rich and happy marriage. But there is disappointment in love somehow around this. It's probably family, right? We have a lot of family represented here in these cards, more than likely. Maybe it's a soul family, maybe it's a family at work, but I feel like it's more like, family. And then we have Queen of Clubs. Yeah. There's a lot of goodness around you. There's a lot of gaiety. Wine is a sign of gaiety. It's a sign of luxury too, actually. But yeah, taking charge of things. I like it. Just it's like keep on trucking kind of thing. All right. But I do feel like you're going to have to be standing up and speaking your mind about something. And it's the way it is, or something. Yeah. Unexpected joy. Wow. Okay. You got some great cards here. You really do. And it's your birthday. So yeah, I would, that's cool. All right. Homelessness and poverty, though. Somebody, yeah, falseness. Yeah, the fake flexing over here. That cat thinks it's going to be so easy to take down that snake. Not so easy. Needs to be careful. And underneath, yeah, anger. People are pissed, but look, it looks like abuse. Since they were children, even possibly. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to close it with the rune here. Cool card. Here's the back of it. It's called Sacred Lakes. And it says, rest becomes welcome after a day of work and dedication. The Welsh waters of Mount Snowdon anoint you with purification. And then there's like a little side note here. Place a small sprig of lavender under your pillow for peace. It helps you to calm down and rest. Lavender is actually my favorite flower, right? So you can snapshot that if you choose. And those are your messages, Virgo. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment, share my video. Somebody that you think may need to hear a message or two in this. Anywho, I'll be back in a couple weeks with your next messages. Thanks.